Winter solstice is today, the astronomical start to the winter season, and it sure feels like it. Outside this morning, we are tracking the extreme cold across the state from sub-zero readings currently across the Columbia Basin to 14 degrees in Bellingham, but it feels like one below with that Fraser outflow wind there in the northwest interior this morning. Daytime temperatures, despite sunshine emerging this afternoon, will likely stay below the freezing mark of 32 degrees and in the 20s. Gig Harbor, Bremerton, Seattle, Edmonds, and Everett. Icy road conditions can be expected, especially where we had a foot of fresh snow here across Whatcom County, able to further chill the air. So the best we can do is 17 in Bellingham for an actual high and 14 in Linden, but of course feeling much colder with the added impact of that wind. We can see wind chill values here across the San Juan Islands as low as 15 degrees below zero at times. Even the coastal beaches, Forks, you do not get to the freezing mark. 30 is best you can do today, despite the sunshine, and same in Olympia, 31 degrees, but with a dry forecast this afternoon. Eastern Washington, yes, single digits and teens for highs, but the Okanagan Valley here is also dealing with a very cold north wind. Wind chill value readings at times for this area could be as low as 45 degrees below zero. That is some serious stuff. And low temperatures tonight actually close to record territory. While we do see sub-zero readings here across eastern Washington, 18 degrees in Seattle will threaten the record low of 14 degrees Thursday morning. And this is going to be the peak of this cold snap tomorrow. Daytime temperatures hold in the mid-20s with a gradual increase in the clouds as we track the next incoming Pacific storm that also whips up those Cascadia Gap winds. East side locations here of King County, you will hear the howling east wind developing tonight into tomorrow, exceeding 30 miles per hour. As we track the next weather maker, a nice curly queue of clouds associated with a very large low pressure offshore. And a part of this storm begins to near our coast tomorrow night, spreading mild moisture over this very shallow layer of cold air at the surface, setting the stage for what will be a very icy mix of freezing rain and sleet to develop. Now, this is kind of a depiction of what we're going to be dealing with here by Thursday night. We get this warm tongue of air to roll over this shallow cold air at the surface. Freezing rain is a pretty good bet in around Puget Sound. That cold air is a bit shallower, but as you go north into, say, Everett and especially North Sound, the depth of the cold air is greater. So chances are Everett, Snohomish County could see more sleet, and then all snow as you travel north into the Skagit Valley and Bellingham. So this is what it looks like on our futurecast starting 7 o'clock Thursday evening. The pink indicates the sleet and freezing rain starting to increase across the southwest interior by 11 o'clock Thursday night. That begins to spread north, probably a sleet snow mix in Everett, Snohomish County by 1 o'clock Friday morning, and then all snow in Mount Vernon and Bellingham. That's where we could pick up on a 1 to 2 inch snowfall prior to seeing rapid warming and a fast changeover to plain rain by daybreak Friday, and most certainly by 9 o'clock here up and down the I-5 corridor. So we're concerned that there will be a brief opportunity for some icing of a tenth to maybe a quarter of an inch in some spots here from Mason County into the east side King County foothills here. This is enough to weigh down power lines, tree branches. So there is the possibility of power outages with the onset of this ugly icy mix in parts of Puget Sound Thursday night, and not to mention very slick road conditions that can occur rather quickly into daybreak Friday. You might want to download the KOMO News app. Great tool to have on hand as we track one more icy storm here on Friday. Rapid warming close to 50 degrees for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with plain old rain in the forecast, but gusty south winds could actually result in maybe some coastal flooding as we do anticipate the king tides this weekend. And rain even in the mountains into next week could result in rising river levels in addition to avalanche danger after the holiday weekend.
Hi, everyone. I'm Preston Phillips from KOMO News. Thanks for checking out the KOMO YouTube channel. You can see more of our videos right here by clicking on the video links for more news from the Seattle area and Western Washington. Oh, and don't forget to click the subscribe button below so you don't miss our YouTube updates.